12 News at 4 starts now.
A shooting in Utah today shakes much of the country. Charlie Kirk, one of the most prominent conservative voices in the country, a Donald Trump ally, who built his political movement here in Arizona, is shot and killed. We have live team coverage, reporters in several locations, and political reporter Bram Resnick here in studio.
Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 4. I'm Tram Mai.
And I'm Troy Hayden. Our team coverage beginning with 12 News journalist Bianca Bono. Bianca, what do you have for us today?
Well, it has been an incredibly emotional and somber afternoon here in Phoenix at the Turning Point offices. Charlie Kirk was, of course, the CEO and co-founder of this conservative organization. And since that horrific news broke out of Utah, there has been a nonstop flow of people from all over the valley showing up here to pay their respects, and a memorial is beginning to grow outside of the offices. We're seeing another family here walking up there, dropping off flowers. There's a large photo of Charlie that has been placed there as well, and we really have been seeing people of all ages showing up here to drop off flowers, hats with handwritten messages on them, and stopping to pray together. We've also seen Phoenix police officers coming and going, keeping a very close eye on these buildings. Everyone I talked to had their own personal story about a rally or an event they attended where they saw Charlie Kirk speak, and they said from the moment they heard him, they were drawn to him and his movement. Take a listen.
He had a way to just tap in and to grab them. That's where I first found him, and the influence of him was going to a Turning Point event. I want to say it was about 4 years ago at America Fest, actually here in Phoenix. So I didn't really know who he was before that. But man, when he came out and they sung the national anthem and there's red, white, and blue lights coming up, and I was just like, this just feels like so patriotic and so American. And then he come out to the stage and gave the opening ceremony speech. And at that time, I didn't really know who he was, but that speech just fired me up. And right away, I was like, this guy is special.
We are very supportive of Charlie Kirk. He's always done a lot for us, our community, and he was a very kind man. You could disagree with somebody, but this is taking it to another level.
He actually would sit down and talk with you. Unlike you look on the other half of everybody else, they don't want to talk to you about matters. And he would literally sit there, give you time to prove your point, and he would obviously rebuttal if he disagreed with it, but he would give you the platform to do so.
What kind of impact do you think he had, especially on young conservatives?
I think it made them feel more empowered because they could have a voice, where sometimes having that voice nowadays is not honored. And obviously you can tell that he was killed for it. So the fact that he spoke up when others don't feel like they can, so this is the way of silencing that voice, and it's just not right. It's not right. And I think what's going to happen now is there are going to be a lot of young men and young women who have these views that Charlie had that are probably going to start speaking up and start living a little more boldly.
And although Turning Point's parking lot has been blocked off today, obviously increased security measures, staff here has allowed for some of Charlie Kirk's supporters to walk up to the front door and just grieve together. Now back out here live, as you can see, President Trump has ordered flags to fly at half staff to honor the memory of Charlie Kirk. We're live in Phoenix. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
And Bianca, these are just people who are wandering up and leaving flowers. Is there a memorial out front? Because it looks like the whole front, like you said, has been taped off.
It has been taped off, and as tragic as it was when we first got here today, the news was that Charlie Kirk was still alive and fighting for his life. So people were coming up and praying that he would pull through, and we were watching people as we all stood there together and found out from President Trump's post on Truth Social that he had passed away, and the tone just completely shifted here. Since that happened, we have seen security individuals that have been blocking the parking lot, just allowing people to walk past that security barricade and walk up to the front door. Now there's a dedicated place, some bins for flowers. Initially, staff here was just kind of taking them and bringing them inside. Obviously, as more and more people have shown up, and I imagine will continue to do so tonight and in the days to come, there is now a dedicated space placed right at the front door of the Turning Point Action building, where people can walk up, bring flowers, and kind of hang out for a couple of minutes, talk to each other, I imagine share memories about times that they've seen Charlie Kirk here in the Valley, and as I mentioned, many folks standing together and praying.
Bianca, just to be clear, the site behind you there, the taping off, is that from security just because there's been so many people who've been coming by?
As far as I could tell, the yellow tape is not affiliated with what has happened today, but the van, the white van that you see behind me there, those are what appear to be security individuals that have been just keeping a very close eye on people that have been coming and going. And you could probably see directly behind that white van is a Phoenix police cruiser. At certain times today, we've seen up to 3, 4, 5 Phoenix police cruisers. Officers have been inside their vehicles, outside, kind of walking around the property here. Again, of course, a heightened sense of security. I can't imagine what it was like for the employees and the people that volunteer and work here at Turning Point when this unfolded earlier this afternoon. So initially it seemed like it was their own security that was here, and of course Phoenix Police has joined in this afternoon as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously hitting his supporters in a very emotional way. And when you think about it, no matter where you are on the political aisle, a 31-year-old man, young family, right, and thinking about those children who now are going to be growing up without a father on this. So, Bianca, thank you so much, and we'll have more from Bianca coming up later in the show.
And we continue our live team coverage right now. We want to send things out to 12 News journalist Sean Rice, who's live at ASU.
All right, Sean.